All right, while there are changes coming here to New Mexico, the northeast part of the country is smack dab in the middle of the polar vortex.
So snuggle up, pour a cup of something warm, and enjoy that you're not in the deep freeze this morning as they are all the way from the Carolinas to New England. CBS's Marley Hall has more from a frozen Big Apple.
Snowplows worked through the night to clear roadways before the morning commute in the Northeast. Communities between Philadelphia and Boston took the biggest hit. More than a foot of snow fell in some areas.
I couldn't see out of my windshield, and my wipers had ice, so I had to clean them up.
It was a dangerous trip home for millions Tuesday.
I had to stop, a couple times.
You couldn't see?
No.
At least 3 people were hurt when this bus slid off an embankment in Roxbury, New Jersey. The storm forced airlines to ground thousands of flights yesterday, and more have already been canceled for this morning.
It's going to take some time to get things back to normal, so we're going to see some ripple effects from this throughout probably the week.
As the snow moves away, we're now being hit with bitter Arctic air, and wind chills are making it feel like it's well below zero.
Prolonged exposure is dangerous. People should stay home to the maximum extent possible.
The frigid air isn't going away anytime soon.
We're talking at least the next 7 to 10 days, maybe longer than that before we see a significant thaw in the east.
And that means it could be a record cold game when Super Bowl 48 kicks off in less than 2 weeks. Marley Hall for CBS News, New York.
Well, don't forget, Super Bowl VI back in 1972 was the coldest Super Bowl ever. It was 39 degrees when the Dallas Cowboys beat the Miami Dolphins in New Orleans. You can catch this year's game, Super Bowl 48, Sunday, February 2nd. It starts at 4 on our sister station, 2 Casa. And, of course, the pregame coverage starts at 10 o'clock that morning. Coming up on 5:03 now, toppings this morning, news out of Albuquerque. A disturbing story from Moriarty, where police towed a missing woman's minivan only to discover her body was in it.
But Moriarty's PD didn't make the discovery until 4 days after they had towed it. Police say Tammy Cessna's body was found badly beaten and disfigured inside her minivan on Saturday. It was last Tuesday her sister reported her missing. The victim's boss found Cessna's van parked at the Super 8 motel after Cessna did not show up for work. The victim had been staying with a man police now believe is her killer. They say he is Mark Chavez, who lives at the Super 8 and worked there as a maintenance man. The victim's family is outraged. No one noticed her body in the van for so long.
My frustrations are that my sister had to sit in that van for 5 days, and we told them that she was in there.
Chavez has been arrested for the murder.
The overcrowding problem at Albuquerque's main jail is really nothing new. Accused criminals spend a long time locked up waiting for trial. But now the state agency overseeing the court system is pushing to speed up the trial process. But the district attorney says the plan sets an impossibly high standard. Right now, it takes a year to get the simplest felony cases to trial. But with the new plan, prosecutors would have just more than a month.
I think that criminals or people accused of crimes will be let go, their cases will be dismissed, and they'll be back out on the streets because we can't possibly comply with these timelines.
The state is now working on a plan to test here in Bernalillo County. If it works, it could be the new norm all across New Mexico. And along with that, we now know Bernalillo County hired an outside consultant to look at jail overcrowding.
The county paid $43,000, but officials did not like what the consultant had to say. The county hired UC Berkeley professor Alan Kalmanoff, then fired him months into the investigation. Kalmanoff issued a scathing report anyway, calling top county administrators corrupt. The report goes after Deputy County Manager Tom Swistak for spending millions each year to ship inmates to other jails to further his political career, according to the report. Swistak is fighting back.
It's not based on any foundation whatsoever. First of all, I do not set contracts with other communities. Please understand that. I don't go to the jails in other communities. I don't negotiate the figures.
The report adds that lawyers and bondsmen are cashing in, keeping people locked up.
The old sheriff got into a lot of trouble. Now there is a new top gun in Mora County. Go ahead and meet Mora County's new sheriff, Amos Espinoza. He took the oath of office last week and will fill out the remaining 11-month term of Thomas Garza. He resigned in December after admitting he let a burglary suspect off the hook, then tried to go cover it up.
It was just instinct. That's what the Roswell Middle School teacher who stopped the 12-year-old accused shooter had to say about his heroic act. Berendo Middle School teacher John Masterson says he was overwhelmed after a standing ovation yesterday in the Roundhouse. Masterson and security guard Kevin Hayes were honored for saving young lives in the school's gym last week when police say Mason Campbell opened fire 3 times and shot at classmates.
The fact that it was a gun scared me. And it scared me more than people will ever know.
Masterson also gave a lot of credit to another teacher, Kim Featherstone, who kept calm and helped a wounded student.
The district attorney assigned to that Roswell school shooting case says he's leaving office to start a private practice. Matt Chandler says he plans to leave office March 1st, but will stay on the Roswell case if it goes beyond that. Chandler got the case because of a conflict of interest with the district attorney in Roswell. She knows the families of the victims and the accused shooter, Mason Campbell, who is just 12 years old. He's now facing 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.